What's up, Adrian? Today's UK9 number. What's up, Adrian? How are you guys doing? What's up, Adrian? What's up, YouTube? I was actually checking the Patreon and I went with what's up, Adrian. Hope you guys are doing well. With me, everything is great. I have a couple of things to talk with you today, guys. But before we go into that, let me ask you for one thing. As you can see, I'm checking stuff if everything is working well. I think everything is working well. But yeah, guys, if you can leave a like on the live, thank you so much for that. I also want to start with one thing. Basically, the information I want to share with you guys is that I have a Patreon community and a Discord server. And I think both are key important parts of this YouTube channel, especially the Discord, being honest. Why? Because it's totally free to join. We are so close to 1,000 members that link is below this live if you want to join the Discord. And I put content there. I'm always debating stuff related with the market, stuff related with soccer in general, with a lot of amazing collectors on that front, on that space. So check the link below the video if you want to join my Discord. The second thing is my Patreon community. As you can see, we are 57 Patreons. We go between 50 and 60 all the time. And I think this is an amazing place to interact with me, to interact with the community. If you guys are Patreon members, keep one thing in mind. There is a new Q&A there. It's the Q&A number 91. It's crazy to think that I've been doing so many Q&As already on the Patreon side. But yeah, apart from the Q&As, there is also extra audios. I do a Q&A every week and extra audio also every week. Q&A is on Wednesday, extra audio on Saturday. So putting that out of the way, let's start with the weekly auction. And let me drink a bit of water, because I know this is the reason you guys are watching the live, right? I think everything is working. So let's start with this. Okay, so we start with the typical pre-war. Actually, just one more thing. I will be taking a look at the weekly auction, but I will always be checking chat. If you guys have questions, if you guys want to interact, feel free. I'll always take a look at the chat. So let's start with this pre-war. We start with a classic player on pre-war, Dixie Dean, caricature. Not a super difficult card to find. Dixie Dean is a historical player, but yeah, is a fun card, not a difficult card to find. Not sure why I'm talking about this card, since I don't even care that much, but since it's the first card, I thought giving some context was important. Andrade, also legendary player for Uruguay. I'm not sure about this card. SEC 5, population 1 of 2, non-graded dire. Let me take a look. I'm not sure about the rarity on this one. I know Andrade is actually a very important player. And for people that are now, I'm seeing more people joining the live right now. Do not forget to leave the like. We keep moving. And now we have what? We have Silvio, not super important. Okay, the typical releases from UK. Carreras is a cigarette brand that was quite important at the time. I love the look of the cards, to be honest. Now we have a more, I would say, popular player, Stanley Matthews, one of the best players in pre-war, without a doubt, legend. PSA population 1 of 3, 4 graded dire. Godfrey Phillips, I don't have a lot of experience, but looking at the pop, I would suspect is not crazy rare. Let me see if things are appearing on the screen. How are we doing Valencia? How are we doing recovery of the week? And I think it's working. Actually, you know what? Let's do even another different thing. Let's move you guys right there. All right, I think it's even better. Maybe not, maybe right there. All right. And actually, let's put this on full screen. Much better for all of you guys. So we continue. I need to go a bit faster on the pre-war because I spent too much time for some reason. Konig, one of the coolest sets we have in pre-war. I like it. Fritz Zeppen, not sure if I'm saying this correct or not, is an important player, Schalke 04 legend, but not super important for the history of football, if you ask me. Piola is a bit different, he's quite a more relevant player. We've been seeing more of this Italian, I would say, fairly rare stuff appearing on the market. CSG is grading seems almost everything, to be honest. But there is a lot of beautiful stuff from Italy appearing on the market, and I actually like that quite a lot. Then we have 58 cadet suites. Those appear basically, very frequently on auction. Another card that appears quite often at auction is this one, Aquarella 58. This is a PSA 3, so most likely no damage on the back. Let's actually take a look. Normally you see this in PSA 1, PSA 2. If you guys end up watching the podcast with Al, we end up actually talking about this card, and we both tend to agree that it's not super smart to pay a premium for a card, for this card in particular, since the way they give the ones or the two, because of the perforated stuff, is quite random, frankly. But this copy looks nice. The back is not super clean, but maybe this is just natural age, and that makes sense, of course. Not sure what's going on there. But yeah, in general, it is a beautiful hooky for Pelé, as you guys know. He's one of my favorite images, actually. But in terms of rarity, he's also one of the easiest ones to find. Emil Stone, how are you doing? Let's keep moving. Now we have another hooky for Pelé, in this case the Record Journal. This one, you can see PSA population 1 of 3, 4 graded higher. I prefer this one quite. Let's just compare the eye appealing of both. I think this one is so much beautiful. It's not even comparable to me. But this one, in terms of rarity, is probably quite more difficult than this one, specific on this grade, of course, not rarity in general. And like I said, PSA population 1 of 3, 4 graded higher, so you can see there is some condition rarity there. But also a relative card in the sense that the way they cut this type of stuff, uncut and condition rarity is always a tricky thing, if you ask me. The Millstone said, Jose, soccer card collector, UK, how are you doing, my friend? First live, looking forward to it. Welcome. Really happy to have you on. Always happy to have another Portuguese collector in the chat. Ed Wizard says, hi, Wall, how are you doing, my friend? By the way, guys, is the audio good? Can you tell me just that? Okay, we keep moving. Now we have Pelé Verlag. There is a couple of releases on this one. Ooh, there is a mark on this one. Actually, seems like a clean copy. Apart from that, let me see. Okay, is this that one? I know people like this stuff, and I think they are cool. But if you collect Pelé in general, I think all of this stuff is great. If you just want to have 1 or 2 Pelé cards that you think will go nice in your collection, I think you have better options, honestly. Oh, this is great, thank you. Hey dude, please don't slander my cards that are on this auction. No problem, Gibbs. But what cards if you tell me in first 10, maybe I don't do it. Audio is good, thank you. Thomas, how are you doing, my friend? Crazy stuff with the Bayern Munich coach, right? If you guys are not aware, basically Bayern Munich ended up sacking the coach that ended up winning all the games in Champions League. How crazy is that if you think about it? But yeah, funny stuff. All right, so let's continue. Actually not. Do you collect vintage stickers album too? Do you like them? I have a couple, yes. But do I collect? Well, if I have a couple, I guess you can say I collect, right? But it's not my main thing. But I like them, yes. That Pelé one MK for for a start, yeah. Okay, so you can see this is the 59 version. There is 59 and 58. I believe the 58 is inverted. Actually, let's take a look on this one. Exactly, you can see this is inverted. The other one is not inverted. At least is the way I tend to look at these ones. Not a card that I track quite close. You can see also that the test is fools the card back much more on this one. But again, Bobby Charlton is a legendary player. I just think you have better options even in his rookie material. Talking about another important player, not comparable with Bobby Charlton, we have Zito. Important player for Brazil, but his market tends to be quite weak. It is what it is. We keep moving. Beautiful Pelé. I saw a friend of the channel, Niels, posting a couple of variations for this card, for this photo, and I think this is a really nice Pelé. I really love the eye appealing. As you can see, is a playing card, but I love to see Pelé with Santos. I think you see much more stuff with Brazil, so every time you see Pelé with Santos makes the card a bit more special for me. Maybe you guys disagree, but that's something that I like quite a lot. So we keep moving. Now we have Editora Saravana, Garrincha, and Jair. Two legends, as you can see. But again, the Brazilian market, the Brazilian vintage market, you guys have Pelé, then everyone else is really below, because Pelé is just much ahead of everyone else, even though if you believe Garrincha was also a historical player, and I tend to agree with that, maybe there is some value on a player like Garrincha long run, Jair, Zito, all of these key players for that amazing generation that Brazil ended up having in the 50s, in the 60s. Okay, now we have an early card. You can see this is a cool photo, right? We have Di Stefano looking at some band. Not sure what's going on there. Probably on the card explains what's going on. I know I have people from Germany on the chat, so they probably know what's going on there. But it's a cool card. Not sure why he's altered. But yeah, Di Stefano, legend of the game. Garrincha is very underrated in the market. I think Garrincha is probably underappreciated, yes. Especially because for a long time, even in Brazil, the discussion was Pelé versus Garrincha, and some people really believe Garrincha was as good as Pelé or even better. Of course, in the international appealing, Pelé is in a different level, but Garrincha is a legend for sure. Garrincha could be top 10, top 20 in a lot of lists, because this guy was really special. Talking about another amazing player, Gordon Banks, one of the best goalkeepers ever for England, ended up winning World Cup in '66 with England. And yeah, again, another card that I think you find quite easy, even in good grades, but is a nice card if you are an English collector and if you want to collect the history of the vintage market of that country, of that region. This is a must-have. Not my market, but again, different. Every collector is different, right? Garrincha, Verlag, also a nice photo. I think this is quite easy to find. Not sure why is NBA out and not in a slab, but is a nice photo for Garrincha. Now we start entering the rookie material for Muller, for Beckenbauer. I guess only Muller actually this auction, but this is basically one of the worst rookies if you want to target stuff for Gerd Muller. I really don't like this one. To be a 1, probably there is damage on the back. Yep, right there. Verlag sticker, even though this is not even really a sticker, right? But yeah, again, a nice alternative if you are in the budget, as the SCC 1 probably goes quite cheap. This is the team photo for the Bergman cards, says NBA Auto, but I'm not even seeing that. I guess there is a video for that. All right, but we keep moving, not something I'm tracking in particular. So this is the TTT set, the Verlag set, Tausend Lettore. Probably not sure if I'm pronouncing that correct or not. I love the green background. One of my favorite cards in vintage is actually the Beckenbauer TTT, similar to this one with this green on the back, and I think pops quite nice. Talking about Yashin, well, Yashin is one of the goats in the goalkeeper position, right? So if you believe in the market, maybe there is something there. This one actually was looking in good condition, even though he's not a rookie. Let's keep moving. I really like the look of a lot of 60s releases. See this one. I think it looks quite nice, right, guys? Probably looks amazing in a SEC slab, being honest. Keep moving. Garrinch, Beckenbauer again. Not super relevant for them, even though, again, like I said, Beckenbauer, Garrincha, these guys are top tier in the vintage market in terms of greatness. But again, repeating myself, Pelé and Maradona, especially Pelé, market is quite different for him. Talking about another amazing player in, let's take a look actually at the video since this is fun to watch. Let's see the back. Actually not that bad, right? Yeah, this is not that bad. It's very, very off-center. That's the problem. But Eusébio is a legend. Until this day, the best Benfica player ever, and probably top 2 for Portugal. Cristiano Ronaldo being a number 1 nowadays, but Eusébio was crucial at one point, and a lot of people don't know this. But in Europe, there was a debate between Pelé and Eusébio being the best player in the world. Especially because in '66 the World Cup that Eusébio did was quite crazy. I believe he also ended up winning Ballon d'Or that year. What do you think about this, Stefano? I bought the 36 rookie PSA 1. How are you doing, Alex? I'm not the biggest fan, being honest with you. If you go to my Discord and talk with people there, if you send a message to Al, I believe he's probably the best person to give information about this. But there is some controversial about that POG, that card, that sticker, whatever is the name. Some collectors from Argentina believe that's a custom card. At this point, I'm not sure. It's not a market that I also care that much, being honest with you. But I love this Stefan. I think in terms of greatness, is top tier. That card in particular does not do it for me, but congrats. Recovery said, amazing atmosphere last night at the Argentina game. Yeah, it was crazy, right? And to finish that, Messi ended up scoring an amazing free kick, being the best player on the pitch. I mean, that guy is special, right? So now we have another special player, in this case, Cruyff. Eusébio real rookies are so hard to get. No, yeah, they are crazy difficult. That's why cards like this, the Calciator 63, they get some premium because they are still early. They are not rookies, but probably some of the best things we can find in early years for Eusébio, because like you said, the rookies are quite difficult. Talking about one of my favorite cards in vintage, we have now Palirex. This is a big card, BVG 4.5. Let me be honest with you guys, you need to take at least 2 grades. So I look at this basically like a PSA 2, PSA 2.5. I think the front looks quite nice, honestly. I think this is a good front, looks real also. But again, don't look at this like a PSA 4 or you'll get very, very disappointed if you try to cross. And as you can see, yeah, these specs are always difficult to tell, you know. Only in hand you can tell. Maybe there is some damage on the back, maybe not. You can see they end up calling him Cruyff, not Cruyff. And I believe in Spain they also end up calling him this way. But yeah, interesting stuff. The card looks amazing in the front. The back could be a bit better. Maybe this can cross to a PSA 2.5, PSA 3 if you are really likely. I'm not sure how they will look at this, if they count as back damage or not. No, in the past I would say, yeah, this have damage on the back. Right now I'm really not sure, since especially the standards on PSA, they seem different nowadays. But amazing card. Moving on, we have Verlag 68. So you guys probably recognize this card, especially if you follow the Cruyff market. Cruyff have a rookie on this set. Pelé and Lima, don't know a lot about Lima to be honest, but Pelé with Santos, like I said, I actually like a lot. Let me take a look at this one. I love the photo on this card. Yeah, probably there is damage on the top, but it's a cool card for Cruyff. Let's keep moving. Some nice action shots for Cruyff. Again, the Cruyff market, if you don't count the Polyrex, everything is quite cheap nowadays, I feel like. So guys, I see I have a lot of people watching the stream right now. Let me refresh see if everything is okay. I think everything is okay. So let me ask you for one thing, guys. If you can leave a like, thank you so much for that. It really, really means a lot to me, and it's such an easy way to support the stream. Also check the links below the video, my Patreon community and my Discord community. Let's keep moving. More action shots for Cruyff. I like this one. So these cards, I don't think they are crazy difficult to find in Spain, being honest, but they are also not crazy easy. The problem is the relevance is not crazy for Cruyff. They are from a season that is very important for Cruyff, right? But as a Barcelona fan, I always love this type of cards. Really nice one. Not my market, being honest, but it's nice to see. Like this, I mean, again, Panini Calciatore 75, 76, probably not difficult to find. To be fair, in a PSA 7, there is some condition rarity for sure. But look at this. This is a nice sticker. Love the headshot. Love the flag for the Netherlands. Love the jersey. Love to see him with Barcelona. Really, really nice card. This one is Este. As you guys know, in terms of lineage, this is a very important brand in Spain. 6677. Actually, I don't remember what's the rookie season for him at Barcelona. Maybe 72, but I'm not sure. But anything with Barcelona for Cruyff tends to be quite cheap, honestly, and I like it. Now we keep moving. Now we start entering the Maradona market, and what we have? We have the 78 crack, the caricature Maradona. This one is in really, really bad shape. Probably the paper missing there ended up giving this authentic evidence of trimming. I'm not sure about. I actually like this card quite a lot. I think it's a really nice one for Maradona. Hey Nicholas, how are you doing, my friend? Welcome to the stream. 79 crack super football, Diego Maradona. I love this one because the photo is you can see the Argentina Juniors kit, but these cards, they appear too much in the market, honestly. But they are nice. Now we have 79 Panini Calciatore. We actually have two, and we also have the pack. I'll see if there was the Maradona on the front, but it's not the case. So the thing with BVG, and I'm not sure about this one. This one is probably fine. But the thing with BVG is sadly, especially in very good grades, there is a lot of trimming going on this card. PSA tends to be quite safer on this one. Buffy, how are you doing, my friend? Good evening. Okay, let's refocus. Let's talk about the PSA 8. So, in terms of relevance for Maradona, I think this card is top 3, top 4 for Maradona easy. I think the 77 disc is probably the most important. But I think top 2, top 3, this card fights with the 78 releases. I understand this is 79, but this is the first Panini sticker for Maradona, and that alone is quite huge. Even though, and people can correct me on the chat if I'm wrong, I believe this is still the most graded card in vintage. So rarity on Panini Calciatore stickers is not crazy. A grade like this, a PSA 8, a PSA 7, a 9, of course, those will be quite difficult to find. I believe a 9 at one point was selling for 30k. So yeah, Maradona again. Crazy important player for our market. Every time we talk about GOATs, there is 4 names that we tend to agree: Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, Pelé, and Maradona. So the market for these guys tend to have a premium for good reason, as you can imagine. Now we have another important player, in my perspective, for the transition between vintage to pre-modern. We have Lothar Matthaus. I'm not sure how to pronounce this, being honest. PSA 6, this is not the true rookie, by the way. There is a card 1 year earlier than these two, but this is the rookie that most people can find. And it's also the first Panini stuff for him. That tends to be quite relevant. I like both. If I had to choose one, I probably like the foil a bit more, but I go back and forth on this one. I'm not sure about. He's a player that I don't collect. If you guys are not aware, he ended up making the first 11 best what's the name of that? I forgot. But basically, it's the best 11 ever. He ended up making the team. The midfield was him and Xavi, if I'm not wrong. And I know he was a very important player. Actually, it's funny that his cards are between are with Maradona on this row. He is connected with Maradona to a certain extent, because in the World Cup in the 90s, he ended up playing against Maradona in the final. Germany ended up beating Argentina, and this guy made an amazing tournament. I believe he ended up winning Ballon d'Or on that year. Now you have Maradona first World Cup Danone sticker. This is a yogurt. If you guys are not aware, they end up being quite popular years ago in Portugal, in Spain, the same thing. Football in Action. I actually like the look of this card. I think it's not that difficult to find in Spain. If you guys go to Todo Colección, etc., you probably can find it raw in good condition. But I think it's a nice alternative for the Panini 82 sticker if you want some Maradona with Argentina at first year World Cup. This card appears a lot for some reason. The Mirete Selección Football Liga Española is the first year with Barcelona, by the way, so there is something there. But I don't know. I have a bad feeling about this card for some reason. I don't know a lot about. I don't have a lot of information about this one. That does not mean a lot, to be honest. But I think there is better alternatives on 82 with Barcelona, especially the Este sticker card, whatever you want to call it. I think is better. We have what? We have another disc in 82, not super relevant. Rookie for La Drupe. Yes, we can skip this page. Interesting stuff overall. I like the Maradona stuff and the Cruyff. So this is funny. Something got added because, as you can see, the page now contains stuff. Again, interesting that ended up happening in live. Okay. All right. So I feel like I ended up talking about these cards in the last live. They are appearing a lot. The Aprende a Jogar Futebol, Johan Cruyff, where he features Maradona and other players, to be honest. And I also ended up talking about Hugo Sanchez, Cromo Sport. I'm sorry, one of my questions was if you guys believe that the best Mexico player will be relevant for the market, in the sense that, yeah, he's not top 10, top 20, top 30, but he's probably the best Mexican player, and that alone can put a premium on a card. That Maradona was a 78 would be the best one. I think you're talking about the Calciatore, right? Yeah, if it was earlier, it will be much better, I agree. We have now Roberto Baggio, BGS 7.5. One thing to keep in mind is, look, this is most likely real, but the sentiment on the market about BGS is quite bad. For logic reasons, there is a lot of fakes in BGS labs. And look at this like a PSA 5, PSA 6, being honest. And don't look at this like a PSA 7, 7.5, because the market does not pay like that. I would say probably PSA 5. But again, look at the card. Maybe you find that the card is actually, a potentially 7 if you try to cross, or even better, because that also happens. Sometimes cards are undergraded even in BGS labs. But in general, that's something you have to have in consideration. 86, the year that Maradona ended up winning the World Cup. This is a PSA 4. Not the best grade, but actually looks quite nice if you ask me. Let me take a look at the back. I know that there is different backs. This tends to be quite normal with Panini stickers. This seems the most common one, but it's a beautiful sticker for Maradona. I'm not sure if you guys saw, but in Goldin, this sticker in the Panini Trouble set, like the insert with an auto and the appearing there, I believe is Pop 1. I was talking with James about this one. And it's such a grail card in my opinion. If not this one, but the Trouble insert. Special because I think this sticker is quite important. Buffy said, prefer BGS Labs over PSA, but cannot trust the company itself. I probably would agree with you on that, Buffy. I also like BGS Lab a bit more than I like PSA. But, the market, it is what it is. I think for cards, BGS is still very, very nice. For stickers, the conversation is quite different, but for cards, I think it's nice. Again, there is still a premium on PSA, of course. Keep moving. For people just reaching the stream right now, and we are almost at all-time highs for the stream today, do not forget to leave a like, means a lot to me. If you are new to the stream, also consider to subscribe. Take a look at the links below the video. I have a Discord server and we are close to 1,000 members. So if you can join, thank you so much for that. I also have a Patreon community where I put content basically every week. There is a lot of extra content there. If you love my content on YouTube, you probably love my Patreon. Link also below the video. All right, let me see if the chat is okay. I think everything is working. So we keep moving. Now we start entering the era I like the most, the pre-modern. We start with Stoichkov rookie. Interesting player, not a player I collect again, but one thing to have in consideration is players that end up winning Ballon d'Or. There is a market for them nowadays, and this guy goes into that narrative quite well. Ian Wright, Roy Keane, again, Pro Set is... I actually like the look of the cards. I think they look very American, and that's a good thing to be honest. But this is a very easy set to find. Maybe there is some condition rarity, but even that I would be careful. We tend to call this set like the Gen Quacks for soccer in pre-modern. Shooting Stars, Mark over Mars. This guy was a very important player at one point in time. If you guys are not aware, I guess you can see on the slab, Shooting Stars was basically a set from Merlin. Let's see if this says Merlin on the back. I'm not even sure. I don't think so, right? But yeah, but you can see on the slab. No. Cool cards, to be honest. Bergkamp at one point was selling for a lot. Right now he's facing a correction. I think the cards are not that difficult to find. Romario with PSV. You don't see this card every day, to be honest. He's not a rookie, but he's an early card. He's Romario in Europe, and that alone is something interesting. A player that does not have a lot of stuff. Compare with players nowadays, of course. You can still find stuff with him with PSV, Barcelona, but yeah, legendary player. I'm a huge fan of Romario, o Baixinho, if you guys don't know his nickname. MIAM is not my market. Diego Maradona, this is quite common. Calciator, Fabio Cannavaro, this is also quite common. This is not even the rookie. There is the Flash that is 1 year earlier. I think he's a cool sticker, to be honest. He's the first Panini Calciator. That alone is quite huge. Ballon d'Or winner also. Not a player that I collect, but I understand his relevance for the market. Gibbsley said, anything you are aiming to pick in pre-modern at the moment, Andre, if you don't mind sharing? Let me think about... Actually, I know one or two cards that I'm trying to buy, but is in modern. In pre-modern, honestly, no. I really want to be transparent with you. I would say no, but I'm always looking, if that makes... Not that I'm looking right now, but I'm always, paying attention to Messi rookies, to Cristiano Ronaldo rookies. More Messi, since I believe in the Messi market a bit more in the long run. But that's about it, Actually, no. You know what? I may be looking for a nice Thierry Henry foot. I sold one. I don't have one anymore. So maybe a Henry foot could be a nice target. But this is a relative question because maybe there is cards that I'm not remember right now. But in general, I tend to look at the GOAT market a bit more. That's why I'm saying Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi. Yes, I target them quite heavy. For example, Ronaldo, this card I don't like that much. The El Mundo Deportivo, the pop report is going crazy, by the way, so be careful. But Ronaldo football, Ronaldo early stuff with Barcelona, I thought this guy was such an impressive player that basically the key players in pre-modern, Zidane, Ronaldo, Ronaldinho. If cool cards appear on the market, I will always pay attention. Brazil said, just looking for inspiration because prices are irresistible at the moment, and Refoot is on my list too. Yeah, no, he's also on my list. I'm not sure if you saw, and all the people on the chat saw my podcast with Will, good friend of the channel. He ended up buying a SCC 8 on PWCC actually for 1.7k, I believe. On 1.9, I'm not sure, but I believe actually 1.7k. That was a deal, you know. If another one appears on the market and goes around 1.5, 1.7, maybe 2, I would probably be a potential buyer. Is there a grade minimum you try and go for? I try to buy only PSA, SCC8 and up. I think you are talking about Messi rookies and Ronaldo rookies, right? If that's the case, yes and no, you know. I recently so the Messi rookies and Ronaldo the same thing actually. I have all the Messi rookies and all the Ronaldo rookies in grades 8 and above. Not particular PSA 8s, but SCC 8s, BGS 8s, and also a couple of PSA 8s and above again. So you can say that I also believe on that logic, but recently I've been focusing a bit more on eye appealing, you know. I was looking, not on PWCC, but I was looking at, what's the name of that? Messi Campion, PSA 7, the headshot. And the price was quite nice. And the eye appealing was amazing. So I ended up not buying, to be honest, but I thought really about making an offer or even, you know, buying the card right away. Because I have a couple of rookies that are BGS 9s, SCC 9s, even PSA 9s, that I think the eye appealing is not as good as that 7. And the long run, so this is a complex topic, but long run, I've been thinking more about this, that I'm not sure if I trust grading companies that much. I think right now I really want to focus on the card, to focus on the eye appealing of the card. This example is not even the best because those cards are not crazy rare, but in terms of true rarity, stuff that does not matter what grade we are talking about, that card will be relevant. That's basically the stuff I want to focus. I'm going a bit in circles there, but I tried to explain myself the best I could. All right, we have 31 people right now watching the live. Again, guys, if you can leave a like, thank you so much for that. Helps the stream so much. You guys have no idea. And I guess you guys can have an idea because the views increase. And also check the links below the video. I have a Discord server and a Patreon community. All right, so yeah, Ronaldo, I mean, this guy was insane, right? One of my favorite players ever. Be careful with this card in the sense that he's not licensed. I already talked about this a couple of times. I actually love the photo. I think looks nice. I love especially the logo of the Brazilian jersey. I think looks really nice. Take a look at gem rate. Take a look at the pop report. Things are going up a good amount for this one. Not sure what's going on there, by the way. But in terms of condition rarity, yes, there is some condition rarity. But again, this is an uncut card. How much do you trust condition rarity in an uncut card? That's up to debate, right? Make your own decision there. I personally don't trust that much. Raul Mundicromo. Fun fact about this card, and I believe you guys like this type of fun facts. This is actually the first Mundicromo set ever made, 94-95. Beautiful card for Raul. Mundicromo, I guess I already talked about this in the past, but Mundicromo, when they started, I believe Mundicromo is a company from Valencia. But when they started, they got inspired by baseball cards, basically the American product. And they thought, you know what, we need to make a card that resembles baseball cards. And you can see the logic on that, right? You have the nice front, you have some stats on the back, some information on the back. Really nice card for Raul. Also quite easy to find, by the way. PSA 10, I'm not sure about the pop. Maybe there is some condition rarity there. Maybe even for PSA 9s. I tend to doubt. I believe probably the case will be for 10s. Mundichrome in terms of quality is not that bad. The centering tends to be the problem. Alright guys, I feel like I'm talking too much today and you guys are not participating on the chat that much. But do you guys enjoy this type of, commentary? A bit more focused today, more precise, I feel like. Press one in the chat if you guys like this approach. Because for me it's important to have some feedback, if I'm just talking and you guys don't give me any type of feedback, it's a bit weird, especially when there is 30 people watching. Okay, now we enter Ronaldo Football, both beautiful cards, but before I talk about that, I believe Raul Real Rookie is a sticker one before. I believe there is a sticker from Este, right? But I think he's also 94. Is the best rookie for him, But I believe he's 94. Actually, we can take a look. I mean, I'm not sure if you can take a look, but let's see if we can find that on the history of. So there is this Mundichrome card also, by the way. Seems a bit more rare than the other one, but nothing crazy. No, I know what card you're talking about, but I believe it's still the same season. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, is this one? You see, is the same season. Is this one you're talking about? The Ediciones Este? Honestly, I never saw a lot of information about this sticker. I'm aware of this sticker, but I never saw a lot of information. Actually, $500 for a PSA 6. Raul is an important player, but strong price. I wish we could zoom. So yeah, this is still 994. But by the way, this is. I don't have a lot of information about this card. I don't want to talk about. But if this card is total legit, that's a if that I'm putting right there, to be honest. But if this card is totally legit, this is probably the Grail card for this case, Grail sticker for Raul, because it seems quite more rare than the both Mundichrome cards. Took some water. All right. Let's continue. Ronaldo stuff, football. Okay, one more comment. Which top 4 league do you think has the best history of cards and stickers? Okay, that's interesting. Okay, to be fair, I think that's easy. I think that's... is that easy? No, I'm not sure. I was thinking about Spain. I think it's Spain. I was not sure about Italy also, because Italy with the Panini stuff, there is a lot of history there. There is also a lot of amazing stuff in pre-war, in vintage. But I think Spain, because I love the Spanish pre-war. I think some of the most beautiful cards in the pre-war market are from Spain. I think in vintage maybe not the best market. I guess Este have some cool stuff. But pre-modern, I love. I mean, by a large margin, I love Spain. Mundichrome, Este, Panini stickers, some niche releases. I think Spain overall, but Italy is also amazing. I think Germany is also cool. I think Germany in pre-modern feels a bit, it's weird in pre-modern. In vintage, Germany is amazing. So yeah. Okay, now we have the Ronaldo football stuff, PSA 1 and PSA 2. In terms of rarity, seems like the foil is quite more difficult to find than the normal sticker. Look, real talk. I don't think this should be a 1, honestly. If there is no back damage, this could be a 2, 2.5 easily. Not that matters that much. Same logic with this one. Looks quite nice. For a 2, of course. So if you guys are collecting in a budget, pay attention to this stuff. I will not bid, by the way, but I will put on the favorites because I'm always curious to see. Because I think those cards, they also tell us a story of true collectors in the market, especially collectors in the budget, to be honest. Yeah, great cards for, in this case, stickers for Ronaldo Nazario Lima. Now we have David Beckham LCD Publishing. I love this card. I think if you are in the Beckham market, if you want a nice rookie, this is probably the best thing you can find realistic. I know the Shreddy's card, Shreddy's Merlin sticker is probably the grail, but it's so difficult to find that this is probably the best you can do, But yeah, I love it. There is some condition rarity on this card, not that difficult to find. But I think the design is nice, very 90s if you ask me. And Beckham was a very important player in pre-modern. Comparing this, for example, with the normal version of the Merlin sticker, even though the Merlin sticker is really nice, I may think this overall is a better buy, especially if you cannot target top grades. Growing up in the UK, I have a big soft spot for Beckham. No, Beckham, amazing player. I mean, Beckham is the type of player that at one point we thought, he's about marketing. Right now, I feel like people are going too much with that narrative. Beckham, yes, had a lot of marketing, but Beckham was an elite player. He almost ended up winning Ballon d'Or at one point. I think he ended up being second against Rivaldo. Again, guys, this is knowledge that I'm trying to put out, but I could be wrong in the couple of facts. Spotted the PSA 9 and higher on that LCD card. So see, condition rarity, right? That has gone up on flash auction. Very interesting. They don't appear often raw on eBay UK. Okay, that's good information. Especially graded, this card have been appearing a good amount, to be honest. The raw market, I don't follow that close, but I trust you. But yes, there feels like there is strong condition rarity on this card, right? And I like this card a lot. Now we have a Figo Mundicromo. Really nice photo for Figo, if you ask me. Also love the back with some stats. Sporting Lisboa on the back. So what you can see basically is this is the first year at this is the first year at in Spain at Barcelona. Figo was a legend for Barcelona at one point in time. Now we all know the history, him leaving to Real Madrid. But Figo is an amazing player, and I love the look of this one. PSA population of 6, then graded higher. I suspect same logic with all Mundicromo cards. Probably condition rarity will be a thing. Don't pay too much for this stuff, by the way. But it's a nice card if you are a Figo collector. This is the second year. Some people, and even PWCC puts rookie. This is the second year Patrick Vieira. Patrick Vieira, I saw some rumors that he may be the next coach of the USMT team. Maybe this is BS, I don't know. He ended up getting sacked by Crystal Palace, right? I mean, such an amazing player for Arsenal. His rookie, I would say, is not crazy difficult to find, but is quite more difficult than this one. I follow the French market raw, and this card appears quite often. The rookie, not the case. I believe the rookie was an insert, by the way. Have you seen Beckham rookie sticker that came with Match magazine? Yes, I'm aware. I don't have a lot of information, recovery, but I'm aware. Maybe that's also an amazing option. I was talking about the LCD, the Marilyn, because they appear more on the market, but maybe that's a nice option. I believe I talked about that card in my David Beckham Investing in Greatness. One thing that I'm realizing nowadays, guys, and this is maybe me getting all this, I forget more stuff than I learned at this point. And I believe at one point I knew the history about that card, that sticker with Match Magazine, but I'm not remember right now. So it is what it is, right? Let's put this on full screen. Actually, before we go to full screen, one more thing. If you are watching the stream, do not forget to leave a like. I know I say this 10 times on the stream, but again, helps a lot, and you may just end up arriving on the stream right now. Leaving a like is so easy, why not do it? If you are not aware, I also have a Patreon community. Let's check that right now. You can see we have a lot of people commenting here. Basically, we have we have exactly 57 Patreon members. Link below the video if you want to join. And I also have a Discord server that is growing super fast. We are close to 1,000 members. Feel free to join. The Patreon, you need to pay around $10. The Discord is totally free, so there is no reason to not do it. Links below the video. Leonardo, how are you doing, my friend? Hi there. Leo, Brazilian follower here from Rio. Como vai você? What do you think people would be crazy about during the next World Cup in USA, Canadá and Mexico? Maybe Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi rookie, Alan Cards. Um abraço, amigo. Já agora, muito feliz por te ver na live. That's a great question. Let me think about. So the thing with Messi, Ronaldo, I think you probably, if you end up mentioning them, I think you agree with me. Those two are the goats for the modern market. Of course, Pelé, Maradona also end up being very special. But for this generation, let's be real, Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi are above all the other players. And I think the GOAT market will be stronger if the market is stronger, you know. So if the market is stronger, there is a good chance that Messi rookies, Ronaldo rookies, they will have demand, even if they are not playing anymore. And that's a likely scenario, to be honest. But what player will be the focus? If I had to bet money right now, I would say probably Haaland and Mbappe. And especially with the World Cup being a bit more open right now, I believe there is a good chance Haaland makes until the World Cup. So Haaland and Mbappe being my main choices. I would say one thing, I'm not sure if it will be Rain, Pulisic, but makes sense to believe there will be one or two guys from the USMT team, the US team, that will also be quite relevant for the market. If you remember, Pulisic 1 year ago, 2 years ago, was, in terms of demand, was similar to Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi. That's crazy to think about, me being from Portugal, you being from Brazil, because you think Pulisic, what's going on? But Americans have a huge influence on the market, and that's a thing we have to be aware. Not sure, Leonardo, if I end up answering your question or not. I believe a lot in Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo 100%, but I also think Haaland and Mbappe are good choices to have crazy demand at that World Cup. Mr. Arkai said, what do you think about condition rarity PSA 10 in the Messi first World Cup Panini sticker Germany 2006? Well, I think, again, stickers in general, they will always have condition rarity, no doubt. But Panini World Cup stickers, be careful. Because that's the type of sticker that sometimes when I talk with friends, you know, in Portugal, just to give you almost a random example, but it's not that random. I ask, oh, do you have some stickers, do you have some cards? And all of them have Panini World Cup stickers. Sometimes Euro 2004, sometimes the World Cup 2010, 2006. So that stuff is the type of stuff that if our market keeps growing, if the awareness goes with that, and that makes a lot of sense to believe, that sticker can explode. You can tell me, yeah, but the percentage of 10s, the gem rate percentage will still be low. Maybe in terms of percentage, but not in terms of number, you know, because you can still have a 5%, 10%, 1%, whatever is the gem rate. I don't know. Low, but the real number still be high for the market we have. So I don't like that much. But it is a nice sticker. That's the thing. From what I've been seeing on the UK, the match sticker is just as rare. Okay, that's fair. If not rarer than the shreddies. Okay, I like the shreddies a lot, but maybe the match sticker. But the thing with the shreddies is I think Merlin was such an important brand, right, for UK that's special. Even nowadays, we have the Tops Merlin heritage, that the Tops Merlin Chrome. You can see that there is lineage is there, you know. I have only ever seen one copy publicly sell. It was issued on a sticker sheet attached to the mag. Okay. No, I mean I totally believe in you on that. I just don't have a lot of information, but since I also feel like it is quite difficult to find. So talking about UK releases, there is a lot of rumors those cards are not from 95. I also not talking about this on my David Beckham video. There is also a lot of rumors that these cards are not numbered out of 500, otherwise this will be the grail for Beckham, and there is a reason that's not the case anymore. But do your own information on this. I would stay away from Raven Manchester United 95. Leonard said, definitely, thanks a lot for your views about this topic. No problem. Let's see if Vini Jr. matures even more too. I own a Flamengo Born Journey by him in 17 before going to Madrid. Um abraço, keep it strong. Oh, that's nice. No, I mean, Vinicius Jr., if you look at the Brazil team, right, I would love to see Neymar still play on the World Cup. I think Neymar, similar to Messi, you know, he needs to give the last chance. Maybe fails. Look, there is no problem with failing as long as you keep trying. I think Neymar should still play on World Cup 2026. I think Neymar will probably still be a good player, even though it depends a lot on his motivation. But I think that the next big star for Brazil could very easily be Vinicius Jr. Personal opinion, I don't see Vinicius Jr. being as good as Mbappe, but hey, I've been wrong in the past, so maybe Vinicius Jr. started playing crazy and is the next big guy. Imagine if Vinicius Jr. wins the Champions League again, you know, I mean, that will be very impressive at his age, and especially being such an important player for Madrid. But yeah, honestly, I think Vinicius Jr. is another great choice, if you ask me. All right, let's continue. But actually, about Vinicius Jr., the thing with Brazil is you guys will always put a lot of talent out there, you know. So maybe it's not Vinicius Jr. Maybe the next big guy is Hendrik, you know, that is also going to Real Madrid. So you guys have such an amazing generation that, yeah. Nicolas Parker said, Neymar's numbers, goal and assists still impressive this year despite injuries. 100%. Neymar is making a decent, not a decent, Neymar is making a really, really good season. I'm sorry, a really, really good season. I don't get the hate for Neymar. I think his personality sometimes could be a bit better. I also feel that. But in terms of player, I mean, that guy is amazing. I'm a really big fan of Neymar. And I still have a feeling that when everything is done, we look at this era, I'm talking about 10 years from now, 20 years from now, and we may go with Neymar as the third best player. I think he's relative, right? Because you can say Modric, you can say Iniesta, Xavi, Lewandowski, Benzema, but I think Neymar is also in that conversation. Neymar, in terms of talent, does not get much better than that guy. Leonard said, he's a hard-working kid, but I also think that Mbappe is more talented. Yeah. Hendrik is a beast. Yeah, he seems crazy good. He's almost as strong as Adriano, Imperador, used to be in Inter Milan. Oh man, I have amazing memories with Adriano. I was a big fan of PES, Pro Evolution Soccer. I believe 2003, 2004, I'm not sure. But I remember playing with Inter Milan because of Adriano. That guy was crazy on the game. Crazy strong. Another player that could be, you know, very relevant on the market if he has a bit more head. But it is what it is. Okay, let's keep moving. Now we have Henry Rookie, Melhores Equipos de Europa, Melhores Equipos de Europa, the Spanish version, also Portuguese version. People forget to talk about that. Even though the bag is totally in Spanish, this was also released in Portugal. Fun fact that I know a lot of you guys may not know, even though if you follow me, you probably know, so stupid take most likely. But yeah, really nice rookie for Henry. In terms of rarity, I would say seems similar at this point to Panini Foot. Panini Foot is probably is 100% the main rookie for Henry. The rarest rookie for him, I still believe, long run, by a large margin, probably will be Melhores Equipos de Europa, Russian version. PSA 6, I don't think is a bad grade. There is some condition rarity on this one. Without looking at the pop reports, I cannot tell you for sure if this is a mid grade or mid to high grade. I don't know. I graded a couple of these in the past and I got crushed, so I suspect the 6 is still an okay grade. Panini official collection for David Beckham. Love the photo, love the background. No rights, if I had to guess, right? Since Panini have no rights for England at the time. The first Panini sticker for Messi is the Panini Champions of Europe 2005. That is a good narrative. That sticker looks nice. Messi looking so young. Mister, I guess I see your point, but that's not true. Because the 2004 Panini Este sticker was Panini. I know you may think is Ediciones Este, but Panini was already the owner of Ediciones Este, and I believe in the album they also say that. And I was looking in basically this is a video that will probably come out in the next month to 2 months, I'm not sure, about timelines for Messi rookies. And even on Panini website they end up talking about the Ediciones Este 2004 sticker. First year for Zidane at Juventus, really nice sticker, PSA 7, decent grade. Okay, not something I care that much. Never mind, Rui Costa. Manuel Rui Costa. This is a legendary player for Portugal. I don't know a lot about this set. I've been seeing this set appearing more on the market. I suspect he's unlicensed, even though I don't have information on this, but I suspect Rui Costa, probably top 5, top 10 ever for Portugal. I like him more than Figo, but I don't think the market agrees with me on this one. Ronaldo, love to see it. This Ediciones Este sticker, they grade very bad. I like the 96 more than I like the 97, since 96 is the first season at Barcelona. But this is still a cool card for Ronaldo. This one is quite more easy to find. It's La Fichas de la Liga Mundi Chrome. I think this is a Pichichi card, actually. Yeah, Trofeo Pichichi. Basically, this is the trophy for the player that scored the most goals previous season. In this case was Ronaldo in the season 96-97. Rui Costa or Deco, I like Rui Costa more, but Deco in terms of greatness is probably bigger than Rui Costa. I like Rui Costa more. Okay, so early stuff for Buffon, for Roberto Carlos, not super relevant again. Love this one. I like the Bulicao stuff. Oh, this is not Bulicao, never mind. I thought it was Bulicao. Okay, never mind, but still a cool card for Ronaldo. Claudio Reina. Interesting stuff, right? But this is the father of Reina, I believe, right? Again, I don't follow the USMT lore that much, but I believe this is the father of the Reina kid playing at Dortmund. I think Este is not Panini in the sense that it doesn't say Panini on the sticker. Tops is still... I mean, fair. Again, I don't want to debate that much because, frankly, I don't care, and I'm also not sure. So it's a mix of two things. I believe on the Este album says Panini, and for me that's important basically, and was owned by Panini. So, but again, I don't think it's super relevant, to be honest. Okay. Especially because the Champions League sticker is very common. Even if it's the first Panini sticker that I don't agree since I look at the essay sticker like the Panini sticker. Okay, we keep moving. The Xavi stuff, again, they appear very often. There is condition rarity on this sticker. PSA 4 is actually quite a normal grade. 4, 5, 3. This is probably the most common grade on the Pop Report, if I had to guess. Henry card, not super difficult to find, but it's a nice photo for Henry. This is the type of stuff you need to stay away. Not talking about the PSA 4, but in general, I don't like Panini World Cup stickers. I think they are too common. Oh, they are adding more cards, by the way, because you can see that we end up going back a bit. Okay, so let's continue with this. Ronaldo, Henry, again, not the biggest fan of this stuff, even though I love the look of the Brazil jersey. And also, I also love the look of this for Ronaldo. So talking about Deco, UCL sticker, they say rookie. I'm not sure if this is a rookie. I believe there is one card earlier than this one for Deco, but I'm talking from the top of my head. So maybe this is actually a rookie. Now we have 2002 Real Madrid, first year for Zidane at Real Madrid again. PSA 9, PSA population 1 of 3, just 3 graded higher. Oh, there is 3 tens. That's interesting. But I actually love the look of this card. I think it looks really, really nice for Zidane. And first year at Real Madrid, I can see this narrative becoming a bit stronger in the future. More first years, but in this case, inserts for Mundicromo. Now we have a big one. Ronaldo, Panini Football Portugal. What can I say about this card that you guys are not aware? This is one of the most important cards we have in the market. Looks nice. Maybe some damage there. But yeah, overall looks nice for a BGS 8.5. There is a huge gap for Messi right now. So have that in consideration is the only thing I can say. Christian, okay, this is the type of stuff you should stay away. Campeone del Futuro. I don't find any relevant information to believe this should be graded, even if PSI grades this. There is a Salgueiros with Deco, yes, my friend, exactly. That is what? Is 98? Because actually, let's take a look again at the deck one. 99. I guess I can see, I'm not sure why I'm asking. I think I saw that cell on... Deco Rookie. Never mind, not appearing. I have an idea that... here we go. So they end up not putting rookie on this one. But yeah, this is the rookie. It looks really, really young on this one. Not that easy to find. Yes, super rare. I know, I again, without doing a lot of research, I would agree. I also feel like this is actually quite difficult to find. Portuguese stickers in general are difficult. Love this sticker for Cristiano Ronaldo. The foil is such a nice card. And it's kind of nostalgic for me because a lot of times Panini or other brands that end up being popular in Portugal, this foil was very common. I remember having Pokemon stickers with this foil. Which team do you support in Portugal? Do you mind telling us? Is it Porto, Sporting? Sadly for you, but is the last one you said, Benfica. I love Benfica. But why you don't like Benfica being from Brazil? Okay, let's continue. Yeah, amazing sticker for Ronaldo. The grade is not the best, but in terms of eye appealing, I love it. And I'm happy to see PSA putting 2003, 2004 because makes this much more relevant. Is the first year at Manchester United. Nice insert for Ronaldo, Pep, legend. You also have some Mega Fishes, in this case Mega Cracks inserts from Mega Fishes. The first Mega Cracks set was in 2004. Previous to that, Mega Fishes was the brand, but Mega Cracks was an insert. Sessions for deck few days ago went through all the checklists of the earliest, but somehow missed it. Looks amazing. No, yeah, I like it a lot. Also, Deco is a legend. I mean, at one point people thought that Deco could have won the Ballon d'Or, and I believe the season 2003-2004, Deco had a good claim to be the winner of the Ballon d'Or. All right, let me put the shot on the screen. SLB the best. Totally agree with you, my friend. And by the way, guys, if you are watching the stream right now and if you did not leave a like on the stream, consider to do it right now. Helps the channel quite a lot, and for you, super easy, have that in consideration. Also, check links below the video. I have a Discord server and a Patreon community. Both are amazing places to interact with me. And we talk a lot about the market in general. Because as a Flamengo and Zico fan, there is a big relation with Sporting because Zico family is Portuguese and he supports Sporting. Yeah, I know that actually. I know that Zico family is Portuguese. I mean, there is nothing wrong. I think Sporting is a good and a very important team in Portugal, but Benfica is the biggest team, my friend. Benfica is basically Flamengo in Portugal, you know. In the sense that Flamengo is the biggest in terms of supporters, similar to Benfica. Okay. Mega features for David Beckham. I believe this is first year at... is this first year? I believe so. I believe this is first year at Real Madrid for David Beckham. It seems to me that 2004 Ramos Mega Cracks does not appear on the market very often. True or false? No, true. True. I have not a lot to say there. I think the Mega Cracks card for Sergio Ramos is difficult to find. I believe it's also part of an update similar to the Messi one, even though the awareness is different. But by far, in my opinion, the best rookie for Sergio Ramos, and Sergio Ramos is a historical player. What do you think of the Mega Feature set, especially with the Mega Cracks inserts? I love them. I mean, I was talking about this. I think Spanish cards, Spanish releases are some of the best in pre-modern. Be careful in the sense that don't think they are crazy rare, but there is some condition rarity. And if you are a collector, look at this card for Roberto Carlos with all the stats on the back. Amazing stuff, right? Same with this one for David Beckham. Look at this one for Ronaldinho. I mean, Samba, Arte e Magia. This is my favorite player ever, my friends. Honestly, it's difficult since I also like Messi a lot, but I was such a big fan of Ronaldinho. Also, first year for Ronaldinho at Juventus, not Juventus, at Barcelona. Valencia said, Zico is maybe the most overlooked player in the hobby. Not winning the World Cup hurts his mainstream legacy. Not only that, he also never won Champions League. You know, I know he's a legend for Flamengo, and I respect Zico a lot. But it is what it is, you know. Even Romário, for example, and Romário, to be fair, is different because Romário played at Barcelona and had an amazing season there, also won the World Cup. But if Romário played in Europe, his case will be much stronger for one of the best players ever, and the narrative is not there for him, similar to Zico, but even though I think Romário have a better claim. We keep moving. Upper Deck Ronaldo, 2003. I like these upper deck cards. I don't think they are super easy to find. Ooh, 9.5. Really? Why I'm saying that? I think in general they are harsh, but I'm not sure about this 9.5. Other than that, looks fine. But that corner, yeah, there is some real damage. Ooh. I don't know. Again, not that matters crazy much because, I mean, he's an important card, but he's not a grail, you know. But I like the upper deck cards in general. Keep moving. I love all of this stuff. They are not that difficult to find. You probably will be better finding them raw. Mundicromo Messi Rookie, PSA 8. Looks nice, well centered. I know this Mundicromo card for Messi is not crazy difficult to find, but I still love this card. I don't even know why I like this card so much. The photo is nice. I love his boots, also very nostalgic for me. This is a game against Espanyol in second division. The reason you know second division is this ball was only used for second division games, not for La Liga games. Yeah, this is a bit nerd, I know. but I did a lot of research on this card at one point. But yeah, amazing player, as you guys know, one of the GOATs, and amazing card also. Nice photo for this is photoshopped almost, right? Or is... Yeah, looks a bit odd. Quite common to find, by the way. This is a bit more difficult to find, the Panini Paixão Portugal's, even though the pop, I feel, is still fairly low, but they trade a good amount on the market. I love it. I think, I mean, Ronaldo also one of the GOATs, can make a claim to be the GOAT. Not my GOAT, as I want to be honest with all of you guys. I think Messi is the best, but, I mean, what a player also, Ronaldo. So one of the most iconic cards in the market, PSA 5. You can see corners are not great by any means. Actually surprises me to be a 5, since I know PSA is so harsh with this card. But it's an amazing card if you are collecting in a budget. Maybe this will go low. Colors look a bit weird on this one, but I would not, probably not a fake, right? Could be the scan, you know. Yeah, looks fine, but yeah. 38 likes on the stream, right, guys? We are 2 likes away of 30 likes. If you can do it, thank you so much. I mean, 2 likes. That's quite easy, right, my friends? We keep moving. Wait, what's going on? I guess I end up adding more cards. Did I went back? Maybe I went... the milestones, the headshot Paixão is Ronaldo is amazing. I agree, I like it a lot. I really like the 2004 Top Liga Messi because of the name error on the front, makes it more obscure, kinda dark in my opinion. I also like it, not because of that, to be honest with you. I think the card is amazing in general, but that's a fun thing, you know, so nothing wrong against you liking that. Barça Campeão, actually we have all the 3, let's see, Campione. So Catalan version, Spanish version, okay, see, another mistake that we end up finding. So, wait, what? Action. So basically, the title says is the Spanish version, but is actually the Catalan version. Thank you for the great content, Andre. I really love these streams. No problem, my friend. Don't forget to leave a like. That's the only thing I ask for. And check the links below, especially the Discord, since it's totally free to join. Maybe you are already there. Let's continue. Okay, this is actually the Spanish version, so this is correct, but this one is not. It is what it is, basically. Those cards are quite stable on the market right now, even low grades. I think people already understood that this card is the easiest Messi to find. The other 2, they have more condition rarity. We have some Ronaldo stuff, Ronaldinho. All of this stuff is cool again. Not spending a lot of time on this stuff, but you guys know I love Mundichrome and Mega Cracks, etc. Is that the only year Panini made Barcelona-specific release? If so, amazing timing. No, I mean, you also have more releases specific for Barcelona. In 2005, you have a bunch of stickers. No, this was not the only year. In terms of cards, I'm not sure, but basically they made more specific releases for Real Madrid, for Barcelona. That's actually quite common in Spain, I feel like. What is this? I never saw this one. Genius, out of the bottle. Yeah, but I don't know about this one. Suarez, one of my favorite strikers ever, PSA 8, not a bad grade. I love the look of this card. There is also a sticker for him. But actually, I may like the card a bit more, honestly. I think it looks so nice for Suarez. Very overrated sticker. I already talked about this a couple of times. crazy to see both hitting the market, because you can see the population is quite low for this card. So there is some controversial about this card, because this card they put dual / Karim Benzema, but the reality is the card is card action plus dual. They end up putting Karim Benzema because they see Karim Benzema on the photo, but they don't put the other player. So weird one is alternative rookie, I would say, for Benzema, and Benzema is similar to Suarez, an amazing player. Ronaldo 2006. I love the look of this card. This card in end looks much better than on scans. The green have some type of foil. I don't even know how to explain. Panini made Barcelona releases from 2004 2012, I believe, and maybe more. Pretty much stronger Ronaldinho and Messi years. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I believe you. But yeah, I know that they made specific releases for Barcelona. One of the most beautiful sets in pre-modern. I think those cards are really, really in a nice entry point, if you ask me. No financial advice at the end, as you guys know. But the 8s, the 9s, the 10s, they still have a premium. But this stuff is selling very low at the moment. And when I look at these cards, I like them. I think they are such iconic players. Maybe the 9s will be a better buy than the 80s, but even the 80s, I think they are fine. I mean, how can you not like this photo for Ronaldinho or this photo for Zidane? This is nice stuff. David said Suarez is very underrated. I also feel Suarez is a bit underrated in the market. People talk a lot about Lewandowski and Benzema, and they are amazing. I also love them, but I think Suarez should also be in that conversation. Ronaldo, again, this have a much higher premium versus the other players. Why? This is the first year for Ronaldo at World Cup. Not the first year in Portugal, since there is card in 2004, but an amazing card for Cristiano Ronaldo. Claudio Reina, first year for Henry at Barcelona. Not that is super significant, but it's a cool card. And the PSA 10 population 1 of 1. I will not bid on this, don't worry, but I always want to see people paying stupid amounts for PSA 10s for some reason. Barcelona Panini releasing the 9s too. Okay. No, yeah, I mean, you have the Xavi cards are a good example of that. Okay. So if you guys are in the budget, this is the best 7-on-Bs you can buy. I'm just joking, but it's a cool cigar. Cool card for Ribéry. I believe first year with France. I'm sorry, and I actually like the look of these cards. This is a premium Euro set. Will the Suarez biting incident help or be indifferent for his? I don't think that will be relevant for his market long run. At least in my perspective, maybe I'm not judging that correct, but I think will be indifferent. First year for Ibrahimovic at Barcelona. I always love the look of the Mundichrome cards. This was basic. Mundichrome, I believe, in 2008, 2009 ended up changing to a quiz game instead of a typical trading card game. I believe they had some problems with licenses, and that was the main reason, but they still made cool product. Now we need to talk about this guy. Amazing player, as you guys know. Thomas Muller. This is a rookie that I don't see people talking a lot, the WCF foil card. There is also a base card. I like the foil card. Probably there is some condition rarity, similar to most WCF cards. But it is a nice alternative. If you like the typical releases, you also have the Panini stickers that are quite amazing. You also have a Match Attacks card, I'm sorry. Kevin De Bruyne rookie, the headshot, a bit more difficult to find than graded iron. I was not expecting that much. A bit more difficult to find than the action shot. I believe this is a fake card, by the way. Again, just Google, you probably find the reasons. Not that I think it's super relevant. Dybala is not super relevant on the market, but be aware. Don't bid on this if you don't know the history. Now we enter the more modern era, some color stuff for Hazard, Drogba. Just see one thing. All right, everything is okay. So guys, if you started watching the stream right now, or if you are watching for some minutes, but you forget to leave a like, please do it. Helps the channel quite a lot. Also, and today I'm promoting it quite a lot, check the links for my Discord, check the links for my Patreon below the video. So some red cards, red parallels in this case for 2014 Prism for German players, Mertesacker, Hummels, Khedira. Khedira at one point was a relevant player, similar to Hummels, Mertesacker not that relevant. This guy is crazy relevant, as you can imagine, Thomas Muller. The blue does not go that well with this card, but it's still a really, really nice card if you ask me. Modric, of course, super relevant, as you can imagine. I also like the red more than I like the blue for him, for color reasons with the kit. But for example, I love the blue on this one. I think looks quite nice for Buffon. PSA 9, one of two, actually impressive stuff. Lampard, Rooney. I mean, this is a bunch of legends. It depends what player you like more. I love Modric, I love Buffon. I also like Lampard quite a lot. I mean, to be fair, I like most of the guys I'm seeing on the screen. Even Muller, I'm such a big fan of him. Iniesta, of course, probably a different level than the others, and I was talking about. The red goes much better with the card. Buffon card is insane. No, I think it's a beautiful one, yeah. No Lewandowski. No, Lewandowski is only on 2018 Prism, not 2014. I believe it's 2015 Select, if you like Select. I'm not the craziest fan, but if you like Select, that's the earliest Prism, But yeah, this is a really, really nice card, not gonna lie. Really, really nice card for Buffon. Also love the insert, looks quite I love this insert with the flags, I think it's such a nice one. Okay, orange, not bad, but again, a bit common. Common again, super relative, I just don't think Select is that important to go after this if it's a bit common. Talking about Suarez, another cool card for him. Modric, nice photo. Keep moving. Now I feel like we are entering an era that I don't follow that close, especially after 2016-17. Top Scrum is basically the set almost the last with Pioneer Travel, to be fair, that I target, but yeah, we can take a look at a couple of more cards. I like the tie-dye Prism. I think they look actually quite nice. And this is probably a nice card if you are into the Harry Kane market. Harry Kane probably will be a relevant player for the Premier League history for logic reasons. Not sure if this is real or not. Maybe this is real. Maybe I'm confusing with the Dybala card, but again, whatever. That Select Muller will be very cheap. Just bought out of 99. Said, oh, that's nice. 99 is much better than 149 because you already cut the 149 out of the equation almost. Okay, this is big cards for Ronaldo, by the way. I know my friend UK's Jose loves Ronaldo. Those cards are beautiful, and the Galactic insert, and people believe this could be a Grail insert in the future. I don't have strong opinions. I think they are cool cards. Another Galactic. This is not numbered, but this is a really rare insert, as far as I'm aware, for Revolution. But yeah, I mean, really nice cards in terms of eye appealing. Refractor for Griezmann. This is not my market at all. Pulisic. A lot of people probably will like this one. Again, not my market. Is an auto, I guess. Kimmich, nice player. Again, guys, I assume this stuff goes very cheap, and I mean, we are talking about relevant players at the end of the day. Wait, why we end up going back? Oh my god. What did I don't remember the page, but let's go 14. Nathan said, I think it's crazy that some Pedri cards go higher than established players of the game. I mean, I wouldn't. Let's go back one more. I don't disagree with that, but I think it's the market we have. You know, it's a bit crazy, but if you think about that happens in NBA, you know, it's just the prospecting side of the market is a thing. But I agree with you in general. I love Ronaldo with Real Madrid. No, I agree. I mean, I also like with United, but I mean, yeah, Real Madrid for Ronaldo is a very important mark in his career. He ended up becoming one of the goats there, right? So he won 1 Ballon d'Or with United and 4 Ballon d'Ors with Real Madrid. So think about that. So first, let's say Prism at World Cup level for not actually true. The first Prism at World Cup level for Lewandowski. Beautiful card for him. Same logic with Sadio Mane. Same logic with Mbappe, but this one you guys know. Big cards for Mbappe. BGS 1 of 1. BGS population 1 of 1. BGS 10. Crazy, right? Ronaldo with Madrid is iconic. I also think so. Robben, at one point I was such a big fan of Robben. Ansel said, I collect early Mundichrome Ronaldos, they are very cheap and I love the designs. I agree. I also think, again, the Spanish market, even if you try to go to Spain in the sense, to the Spanish websites like Todo Colección, etc., you can find so many stuff cheap right now. It's a great market to be a buyer. Second year top Chrome for Messi, Orange Refractor, Neymar Refractor. Ooh, this is a nice one. Ronaldo out of 5 with Juventus. I love the photo. Amazing auto also. Good grade. Really, really nice card. Not first year with Juventus, not that matters super, you know. Is a thing, but not crazy relevant. My favorite insert in Modern, I already said this a couple of times, I love the prized footballers. Not this card in particular, but I love this insert. Some nice cards for Ronaldo, Mbappe. Booklet. Ooh, gold. This is a nice one for Neymar. Amazing grade. People love gold. Is low numbered. I like it. Okay. All right. I think this is one of the cheapest, rookies for Haaland if you are in a budget. Topps Crystal. Not my thing, honestly, but I mean, if you want to have some Haaland in your collection, maybe if you are in a budget, this is a nice addition. Similar to this one. I actually like the sticker a bit more. Apart from the Todo Colección, are there any other Spanish websites to buy cards on? Yes, I mean, you have Mil Anuncios, you have Vinted, also have Spanish sellers, Wallapop also have Spanish sellers, so yeah. I have a video on that, by the way. Is there a random player you collect you wouldn't be considered an all-time great or well-known? I collect a player, Carlos Gil. Yes, I have some Benfica players that are not relevant. You know, I have some Jonas cards. Jonas is a Brazilian player that I was a big fan that played for Benfica. Basically, if I collect random players, they are probably related with Benfica. The 2014 Prism Blue seems to be scarcer than I expected, given the 199. Yeah, I mean, there is still sealed product, and it's a set that people collect, you know. That alone, if you think about 200 cards, is not a lot. So yeah, and also there is a lot of that product in Asia, as far as I'm aware. A lot of Pedri stuff. If you are in a budget, again, this is probably quite cheap, but you also can find this card raw and very, very cheap. I will check the video out. No problem, my friend. Alright. I think is everything for today. I guess 2020 is when we stop looking at cards. I will stop if I see something relevant. This guy was very hot at one point in time, similar with Mokoko. Right now, not as much. Okay, this is an interesting one. Right? Super Fractor Ansu Fati. Ansu Fati right now is not looking that great, but if he plays out, this could be an important card for him. Not a rookie, that said, but it's from an important set. So. Golaço Gold for Messi. I like this insert. It's from the Top Scrum set, so cool stuff for Messi. Pistola Jones, yeah, I have a couple of stuff, even stickers, and I was a big fan of Jonas. Neymar, Aymar. Also, actually, I also like Neymar, but Jonas, Aymar, Saviola, Di Maria, of course, David Luiz, Ramirez. I mean, Benfica had amazing players. Yeah, the Alan sticker is cool, I agree. Wirtz will be back. I hope so. I mean, he's an amazing talent. Gold refractor for Griezmann, PSA 8. Not the best grade, but again, cool card. Ooh, another one. What's going on there? Why there is so many super fractors for so many? In this case, two for Ansu Fati. Maybe some collector lost some trust on it. I don't know. I mean, if you believe in him, maybe it's a good time to take a look. Oh, this is a nice one. Gold refractor for Mbappé, Road to Qatar. Again, gold in tops tends to be out of 50, and in Panini, not all the time, but most of the time tends to be out of 10. So quite more rare when we are talking about Panini. Kaboom David Beckham, cool card. Dennis Bergkamp Auto, also cool card. Okay. Mega Cracks insert, also a cool card, very easy to find by the way. Is Griezmann the best irrelevant player ever? Honestly, he's in contention. Griezmann is an amazing player. He played so well at the World Cup in Qatar, and he's playing very well right now with Athletic Madrid. I'm curious to know if history will be kind to him or not, because I think he was a big part of the success of this French generation, you know. I understand Mbappé have all the lights in the world, but Griezmann is an amazing player. I think Fati narrative will be difficult. Number 10 of bars, in my opinion, Messi will always be favored. I mean, yeah, no, that's for sure, but I mean, I'm not comparing him with Messi, you know, that's very difficult, but I mean, maybe he can still make a comeback and be a very good player, and if that's the case, who knows, you know, right? He seems very talented. A lot of autos, Tonali, Gnabry, good players in general, Timothée, Anthony Rookie, 11, oh. I like Anthony in general, but I would not speculate on him, to be honest. For his rookie material, the card I like a lot is this card, the Obsidian card, but with the red flag on the back. Looks amazing. Alright. So guys, we are ending very soon. Do not forget to leave a like. It means a lot to me, and again, the best way to show support. Nothing super crazy that I'm seeing. If you guys see something that you think is relevant, tell me. I'm not seeing anything that's relevant. Man, so many leaf cards all the time. Fati so young, 2 years younger than Rodrigo, just needs to be healthy for a long period of time. No, yeah. The problem with him is not the talent. Nice Xavi. I mean, to be fair, I don't like without logos, but it's still Xavi. The problem with him is all the injuries. Pulisic orange. I mean, the market for Pulisic is quite strong for the quality of his play. Ooh, Land Auto. The new Revolution set. Cool card. One of the first autos with City, right? Picardo and Shia. Yeah, I have no idea about this one. But guys, thank you so much for watching. Please consider to leave a like on the stream if you enjoyed the stream. For me, it's very, very important. Check links below the video, my Discord, my Patreon. It's always a pleasure to talk with you guys. And see you guys next week at the same time. Have a nice time, my friends. Actually, if you guys have some questions, put in the chat right now. I will be a couple of minutes with you guys. If there is no question, I end it. Okay, I'm already seeing a question. If Messi had the rookie super fractors, do you think it changed the soccer card market in any way? Yeah, maybe. I mean, it will be crazy. If Mbappe, if Pelé have a $1 million card, I think Messi probably will be 1-2 million also, quite easy. And I think that alone would put a lot of eyes into the soccer card market, because that type of sale will be in use around the world, honestly. Because I remember at the peak of the market in Portugal seeing news about the Cristiano Ronaldo rookies. Thanks for the video. I wasn't aware of PWCC. Oh, really? No, it's an amazing site. I use PWCC a lot, as you guys know. But yeah, guys, if again, there is a lot of likes on the stream already, 33. If you guys end up leaving a like, thank you so much for that. It really means a lot. I know I say this again a lot, but it is important. Demilson said, great job, thank you from UK. No, my friend, really happy to see you. Amazing collection, by the way, my friend on the chat, Jose UK. What's the tag you have on Instagram? I forgot, actually. I know is the UK something. Angel said 2 free kicks from CR7 this week. Yeah, I saw it. 2 goals yesterday by Cristiano Ronaldo. I mean, Cristiano Ronaldo is playing okay right now. He's quite far from his prime, but he's normal. But by the way, the Messi goal was quite more beautiful than both free kicks that Ronaldo scored. Do you think Messi and Mega Cracks inserts are still underappreciated or overbought? Robert, that's a question that, if you don't mind, ask me on Patreon, because I want to share some knowledge about that. But I will give you a short answer. But when I open the questions, also put that there, because I want to expand a bit more on that one. But the thing with Mega Cracks inserts is that I feel like PSA is grading them quite soft. If PSA was grading them the way they should, this is just my opinion, PSA 10s and even 9s will be crazy difficult. Right now, I'm not sure, but that's a great topic to explore. Do you sell on PWCC? Yes, quite a lot, actually. Soccer Card Collector UK. So guys, just take a look at my friend on Instagram. His collection is quite nice. He collects a lot of Portuguese players. He loves Ronaldo, but I mean, Ronaldo is one of the goats. So guys, thank you so much again for watching. I hope you enjoyed this time with me. It's always a pleasure, like I tend to say.